NCAA is eliminating the spring transfer portal window and shifting to a single portal window. This is big time news that came out yesterday. Everybody's talking about it right now. Jason, you are coach, JB. Let's don't get it twisted. Once the coach, always a coach. You know this like probably nobody else who has a mic in front of them. So I gotta hear your opinion, man. What's your take on this? Did you like it? You love it? What say you?
Is it real? Like, is it official?
Yes, it's legit. I read the article last night.
I did too, but I'm just making sure. Like, is it going to stick? Is it going to go to court? Is it going to be fought? Like, it could be real and it could have passed but is it done? Like, we don't know if it's done. I've read the fine print. We don't know if it's going to stick. I don't until it does. Man, listen, it should have been this way from the jump. This is just now back to original one-time transfer rule is what it really basically is. Why are we going backwards? I have no idea. So why hasn't it just been this way? Like, why are we doing 7 fucking transfers a year? I believe they had to shit or get off the pot right now. And they figured that the product is deteriorating in front of their very eyes. And they finally see that it's about to implode. And they had to put a stop to the transfers. That's my personal opinion. Just from talking to a few coaches last night, they think that the NCAA, finally, the non-caring assholes of America, only when it matters for them, now cares. They didn't care when you just added a new portal, Smitty, 3 months ago. Remember, you added a new portal. So now all of a sudden we're going to take everything back. Why? Have you noticed there's not one explanation as to why?
Yeah, I haven't seen anything yet.
Why are you making it one portal? Why are you doing it? Why all of a sudden have you come to you have a premonition overnight and you came out and, oh shit, we had a bad premonition. We got to change today. Let's go and make this pass. I'm thinking there's lawsuits involved with the Pavias and all these other guys wanting to play more years and be able to transfer 4 times in 4 years, plus play extra years. All the other things we've added to it. Plus, bottom line is, I think the continuity of the entire landscape is making college football a bad product. And to be honest, I believe it's hurting the betting game. I believe the betting world's getting affected tremendously. And I think somebody's whispered in their ear, hey, we're losing billions of dollars because you can't bet no more on college football because NCAA said, why not? He said, because we don't know who the fuck anyone is. We don't know who fucking Johnny is no more. Because he was at Georgia 6 weeks ago. And I put him down on my fantasy, and now he's in Alabama. And you didn't even know, NCAA. And now we're having a problem. Now Houston's getting called. Got a problem, Houston. And now all of a sudden they renege and they're backpedaling. They're getting in the backpedal and looking like fucking Deion Champ Bailey type of motherfuckers out here. They look pretty as hell, backpedaling, turning, running. And they're like, oh, shit, money's going away. I'm just telling you, dog, something screamed to them to do this because they don't just do it out of nowhere. They don't just do it out of nowhere. NCAA don't just operate like that. So something's going on. I don't know.
I thought I read something it's obvious, but like a lot of coaches were obviously like pushing for this. I know Ryan Day, I think, has made a comment about this maybe earlier this month, just saying that he believes like most of the other coaches agree with him, but like it's a tough system to like have to re-recruit twice within the year, and then specifically the teams that are like in the playoffs having to worry about their players transferring before the bowl game or the big title game or the playoff game.
It's crazy. You sound like me. Crazy. You sound like me. Literally 3 years ago when I argued you and Matt actually agreed with the other side. And then I was telling you what it's going to do in 3 years. And now 3 years have come and look what happened. You sound like I did 3 years ago. Crazy. Like, it's unbelievable, actually. Like, it's literally like, damn, JB was right again. Like, crazy.
Like, what did I say 3 years ago? Tell me exactly what I said.
You and Matt argued me and talked about union. You guys talked about employees of the schools. You guys talked about letting them transfer as much as they want. You guys talked about it's not going to water down college football. You guys talked about all those things, in particular, those 4 things that I just mentioned to you real quick, just as a drop of a dime since you asked me.
Yeah.
And then I just proved you.
I don't remember what I said 3 years ago. I'm gonna be real with you. So that's why.
Oh, yeah, I'm telling you.
It's impressive that you remember exactly what
I remember
everything. Not what Matt said, but that's what I said specifically 3 years ago.
Well, you and Matt said the exact same thing. And then
I agreed exactly what Matt said. Okay, cool. Maybe I did.
Then me and Matt got into a fight. about he wanted a union representation.
I remember Matt saying that.
And then I said, nah, are you going to give them 401k? Are you going to make them pay taxes? Are you going to hit their taxes? Are you going to give them bereavement pay? Are you going to give them fucking?
I remember all that with you and Matt.
Yeah, remember that?
You and Matt. Yep.
Yeah. Now, guess what you do to get rid of all that JB predicted 3 years ago? Mm-hmm. You enter one portal. Now you make one portal. Now, guess what? Now I can't go to those schools and get a bag at every school and hit each school for all those things. Now we got revenue sharing, right? Mm-hmm. It's funny. It's ironic that this happened after the revenue sharing thing kicked in. Why is that? Why is the revenue sharing thing that just happened, everybody thought was going to make billions of dollars, why is now that stopping? Why are they doing this? Macro speaking, they're like, oh, shit, we got to stop them going to 4 schools because the revenue sharing thing may become something that we can't control at all. And now we got catches in the fucking frenzy to get wherever the big dollar is at the moment. If Notre Dame, for instance, leaves and goes to a new conference, you know what it's going to do for the TV rights and the revenue sharing of college football? If they leave after all these years, Smitty, which they just have come out and said we will go to the SEC.
I saw that.
Notre Dame's gonna leave. Something's getting works, and then this happens. See, I'm macro and think outside the box about all the shit. Why all of a sudden has Notre Dame finally said, you know what, we might go to SEC? If you've asked Notre Dame for the last 50 years, they'll tell you absolutely not. We're independent. We're not leaving fucking NBC.
I thought it was because that the college football playoffs and them not being in a conference and not having a conference game could ultimately affect them when it comes to like rankings and stuff like that. I thought that was the biggest reason.
It's a great point, and that's what I mentioned last year. I said they'll never be higher than the 5th seed.
Right.
They'll go undefeated and still can be the 5th seed because they didn't have a conference title game. And they absolutely came out and addressed that and said, no, we're not leaving. They still said it. So now, all of a sudden, you come out and now saying, I'm going to leave. And then all of a sudden, one portal hits. And then all of a sudden, revenue sharing hits. And then all of a sudden, I'm not buying it. Something macro level that we don't know.
What is your conspiracy brain telling you? Because you're saying something right now.
That's what I was just getting to. Like something that we don't know is happening behind the doors that's going to come down the pipe. Something macro that we don't probably know. Whether it's NCAA getting told by SEC, ACC, and other places that, hey, motherfucker, we're going to pull out. We're going to leave your motherfuckers. Like I've been saying for 3 or 4 years, and maybe coming down. Maybe they said, hey, we're going to leave you guys. We don't need the NCAA. Because the NCAA sees right now that they don't need them. Like, what do these schools need from the NCAA right now in this current landscape? With NIL being outside sourced, with the TV contracts that have nothing to do with NCAA. It's with ESPN, Fox, and all these other affiliates. Nothing to do with NCAA. With revenue sharing, had nothing to do with NCAA. With name, image, and likeness that you can not only get a bag from an outside source, but you can still get money now for jersey sales and other things on campus. NCAA don't have nothing to do with it. What is the NCAA now? Where is the leverage that they hold? See, they always have leverage. Yeah. Now they don't have leverage.
As a player, like when I was playing, I never really like paid attention to all that. So like, but I guess and obviously times have changed now since when I was playing versus now. But you make a hell of a point. Like they're just the entity that's there. They're just the brand at this point. But they're not really doing anything at all for the players or for the schools or for the team. So let me ask you this then. Do you think this move then to go to the single transfer portal is because they're probably having these conversations behind the scenes and they're getting nervous and they're trying to find a way to like appease the coaches and the leagues and the teams by making them stay put and not separate themselves? You know what I'm saying? Because like to your point, like it should have been a single transfer portal. It should have never been 2 of them. This is a common sense thing. So for them to just randomly do it right now, I'm seeing what you're seeing. It's like somebody must be threatening them. Something's going on. There's no way they just did this.
Just to get out the box real quick, I think there's a few things going on. Number one, the fresh blood is not entering the NCAA institution anymore. And then see, I'm probably have the most macro level take on this that you'll hear today on anyone's platform, because a lot of people that talk don't actually have experience or hands-on experience with Pell Grant, FAFSA, how to fill a dorm room and put money into the college, how to get financial aid into the college, let's say for over 150 student athletes, which becomes huge money for the institution, especially when you bring out-of-state students onto the campus. UCLA, you know why they went to out-of-state students?
Why?
They went to out-of-state students more. They pushed this whole narrative to get more out-of-state students because UCLA, a UC system in California that's struggling, especially, and I'm not taking a shot at it, I'm being honest. This is a liberal institution. It's been since I've been born. It's always been, they need dollars from outside entities outside the state of California because of the taxation that we have, because of all the different rules, and we don't have in-state student loans anymore as we once did. Now they're coming back, but we don't have them like we once did. So you got to go get out of state, which brings more Pell Grant money, more dollars. Out-of-state student fees are higher than in-state. So especially with the COVID, since COVID happened, and then we took away the ACT and SAT score, and we still didn't take high school players. So just listen to what I'm saying here. If I didn't take the high school players and I eliminated the test score, and UCLA still didn't take them, for instance, I'm just talking UCLA, and they still didn't take those high school players, the enrollment and everything since COVID has gone like this. So guess what the NCAA finally saw, in my macro opinion? The dollars are going away, and the high school Pell Grant, the high school kids financial aid, the high school kids dollars has been eliminated because we have 10,000 kids in a portal every year. The portal dollars aren't new dollars.
Right. It's the same money, just recycling at all. You're not bringing in anything new. That's a good point.
It's that absolute same dollar amount. And if you're going to shit on the high school and the junior college player, which has happened since COVID, I've been telling you guys for 3-4 years, the Blood Life 2 institutions are new blood. And they haven't had new blood in 4 or 5 years. And it's now biting them in the ass. It's now biting the NCAA in the ass, and that's just me macro thinking. I believe they're now going to get – I got to go back and get high school now. I got to get back into high school now. Again, it's only when the NCAA needs it. And that's why they're the fucking non-caring assholes of America. They always have been. And our youth has suffered for 5 years. We got more mental health issues, more death, more heart attacks, more fucking on-the-field deaths in football than we've ever seen. Why? We don't know. I'm not going to get into the conspiracies. All I do know is this. High school football, blood life, has been eliminated. And it's because of the portal. It's because of COVID. It's because of the elimination of the SAT and ACT score. And it's the imploding of junior college. And all the blood lives that feed the NCAA have died, and they're dying. And now, all of a sudden, you need to go back and get into the old blood and start to rejuvenate this thing and start all over. So guess what they'll do? Oh, we're going to eliminate the portal. We got to keep guys in place so we can bring new guys in because the portal's flooded the NCAA money. And now we have no new money. If we got 10,000 people in the portal, we have no new money coming in. It's just sitting in there. And guys can sit in the portal and still take classes for free at the old institution.
Damn, you cooking right now, homie. So really, you saying the NCAA, they don't care until their pockets get hit. Of course. That's what you basically saying in summation. Also, a separate conversation. I know we got to go to break soon, but we haven't got to. But we typically got, like, how is this going to affect the coaches now who only recruit through the portal? Like, for example, I know, like Dion, just for example, like he don't travel to your house. He just stays at home, stays in Colorado, and he calls you. It's nothing but transfer portal. Now, with it going down to one portal, it's going to force everybody to go the Dabo Sweeney route and go back to like the old school recruiting, sending letters and going and traveling. I just wonder how that's going to affect these new age coaches when it comes to that piece of it too. That's going to be intriguing to watch in the upcoming seasons.
Well, what it might do is it might bring back old school coaches.
Hello.
Because Urban Meyer would definitely benefit in LA with one portal. Just throwing it out there.